Welcome back. So we're finally in Act 2 proper, and we're going to start exploring the Shadowlands, a desolate wasteland cursed by the goddess Shar. Let's head out of our camp. This is where we ran into Elminster,
At the ready.
and we'll head through this broken door. There's a body laying right off to the side on our left, with a couple scrolls and a note about the Shadowlands to try to set our expectations. There are two entrances to the Shadowlands. We took the one from the Grimforge that puts us closer to the Harper stronghold. If we were to have taken the Mountain Pass entrance, that would put us closer to the Absolute Cultists.
Those shadows. There's power coursing through them. Oddly familiar. Better stay on alert.
All right,
I know
so
the dark of wild space, but I've never known a dark like this.
Darkness or not, we need to reach Moonrise Towers.
we'll light up the torches and we're going to have Will stay in the area. There we go. All right, so we're also going to swap out some equipment and make sure that we're ready for combat. One of the first things that we're going to end up doing is we're going to uh, encounter a bunch of shadows and try to defend a group of people from an attack by them. So we'll start with Shadowheart, who we haven't been equipping much lately. So we're going to take a look and we'll put on the Blood of Lathander. This, in addition to being a normal weapon that she can use, also produces light around her, and undead have disadvantage when they're trying to attack the person that's got it in their hand. We'll give her a shield. And while we're thinking about it, I think we've got some equipment on Gale back at camp that we might need. So we'll clear some of this off. It can be useful to have the returning pike. We won't need the smuggler's ring immediately, but we might need it eventually, and the gloves of power. So we'll send these to the main character. And Gale's got the Ring of Protection and Wondrous Gloves. So we'll send both of those to the main character as well. Alright, so coming back to Shadowheart. Our goal here is to increase her armor class as high as we can so that if the shadows do attempt to attack, they miss. So we'll give her the Ring of Protection. We've got the Whispering Promise to help her hit. We could do the... I think what we're going to want is the ring that increases our movement, Crusher's Ring, to give her a little more speed. So when she casts Spirit Guardians, which is an aura around her that she can run around and hit as many opponents as possible. And Dancing Lights is a good candidate for revealing shadows. And I think that that's the best option that we have for now. So we'll give her access to Dancing Lights. We'll equip her with some additional hit points when she casts. the Wondrous Gloves for additional armor class. We could also choose to give her the Dex Gloves, which would increase her AC by 1, which is the same as the Wondrous Gloves, but it would allow her to go a little faster in the initiative order. And we've got this Holy Lance Helm that we picked up in the crash, which causes people that miss us to take radiant damage. And because when we do radiant damage, we've got something that does radiant shockwave as well. So that'll be our loadout for Shadowheart.
Eager for battle.
Take a look at Lizelle. We'll want to make sure that we use our weapon bond ability so that we can get our weapon back when we throw it. We swapped out her boots, so we can take a look. We've got some resistance to acid damage, that won't come up. Icy terrain, that won't come up. Featherfall, she already knows that. Boots of speed, so she doesn't have anything particularly interesting to put on. We'll just put on the Githyanki boots to give us a bonus to athletics. She's otherwise pretty well equipped, so she's good.
I've got a long road ahead.
For our main character, we have a decision that we can make. We've got a pretty good bonus to damage, so the question is do we want 2 attacks that are adding our strength adjustment to damage, or do we want 3 attacks, and which would be the better option there? And that's a little bit fuzzy right at the moment, whether or not you're likely to get more out of the burst damage from the Bard ability or swapping to hand crossbows. Our +1 hand crossbows are currently equipped by Lizelle, and so we're going to keep the main character using the strength bow for now, but we'll probably swap over at level 8. Walking through the Shadowlands, we'll take damage when we enter areas of darkness. So for our main character, we can equip the Guiding Light Ring that we got in the Mage's Tower. We'll also put on the Silver Pendant, just so we don't forget. So our main character is a tiefling, so we could cast Produce Flame as well. Shadowheart could also cast Produce Flame. We chose that as a cantrip, and it will provide light.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Lizelle doesn't have a convenient light source, so we'll have our main character cast the light spell from the ring on Lizelle.
Still alive.
And we can have our main character cast Produce Flame as well. We could also just walk around with torches if that's if you don't have enough light sources. Torches are fine. Shadowheart actually has the mace as well, which is going to provide light. So this is a bunch of overkill to make sure that all the characters are lit at all times.
Very well.
And it's not going to be applicable for a super long time in this act, but it will be until we solve the broader problem. Before we get too far, I forgot we should cast Longstrider and give our party movement. Especially important for Shadowheart.
I can feel the shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me.
So Shadowheart notices that she's not being harmed, but neither are the rest of us. We'll talk to her about it.
The shadow curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do.
So we'll just ask what that all means.
Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah. A temple, perhaps.
That was very straightforward, and we will find a temple to Shar. So we're coming down past the bridge, and this is where we're going to encounter some shadows. So we'll see a group of Harpers coming up through this area, and we'll get a shadow that comes up here, and then a bunch down. And we'll just go ahead and run forward.
Eyes open. Watch. Stay together. Keep to the light. Stop! Who's there?
We'll take the Bard option.
You're a chatty shadow. I'll give you that. Come out into the light. Hands high. Jonas, move in! Jonas! Jonas!
I'm here! Where are you?
Jonas? Can you see our torches?
I can't see anything! Something's wrong.
Follow my voice. Come back to the light.
Who's there? Meg? Is that... Ah!
Jonas? Jonas.
And we'll choose option 2, get ready to fight.
Harpers! To arms!
And we can see that there's a whole bunch of shadows, one up here and a bunch down here. Because we've got the alert feat, we're all the way at the top here, and we can take a look. There's a bunch of shadows and the Harper that got possessed. So our first option here is going to be to take a look at Shadowheart, and we're going to cast Spirit Guardians, and we're going to choose the Radiant option. And we're going to start running around the shadows, because just being near them will do damage. I landed a little too close to this one. It's going to try and attack me if I walk away. So we will have Lizelle see if we can't finish it off. And,
No time to waste.
you know, learn my lesson. Don't be like me. Don't do that.
To focus. On I go.
So she's run around quite a bit. The goal for our other characters is to try to stand inside of the Spirit Guardian's aura to make it difficult for the shadows to get to us.
Nothing will stand in my way.
So we've got our main character left to go, and we're going to go all in on attack. The shadows can be pretty dangerous. They have a sort of a semi-permanent debuff to your hit points, which is annoying to work around.
Victory awaits.
We've got a action surge with Lizelle if we'd like to use it, and that could be worth doing. So our concern is this one. The rest will attack the Harpers.
Victory awaits. Taking position.
It doesn't look like we're going to be able to take this one out, and we do still have our Ring of Flinging, but we subbed out the additional D4 damage for the Gloves of Dexterity for some additional attack and speed in combat. So this gives us a better attack with our hand crossbows.
Need to act fast.
In return, we've got this one. When they're outside of the light by too far, they become invisible.
Shit. The shadows took you loose. Make every strike count.
He's spinning around trying to find one of the shadows that disappeared.
Finish them off!
So to help target, I'll hit tilde so we can see kind of where everybody is, right? So we know that there's a shadow. We don't know where this one is. And we know where Harper Eunice is. So we'll try a throw.
Taking position.
And again. And we'll try our offhand attack and see if we can target anyone. Nothing.
Talk to me.
So we'll have Shadowheart with her bright light try to find where the shadows are retreating to. And here we found one.
Swift and lethal.
We'll have Lizelle use her bonus action attack and try and hit the shadow. It doesn't do very much damage.
Never a dull moment.
We'll have the main character take a shot. And got him. And the question of where the other shadow is it over here or is it over here? We've got a lot of movement.
Got to press
So we're
on.
gonna try to stand near the Harpers, assuming
Go from
that
here.
the shadows will approach.
Light on my feet.
Reposition our main character. We see this one actually is way over there. And this guy's far away from light source, so he's under the shadow curse. So he's going to start taking damage. We'll see if we can't get over there with a light source to help him. So we'll start with Shadowheart. And dash.
Got to press on.
And because she's got the movement ring and Longstrider, she can run super far. And we'll put this shadow inside of our
Survival is all that matters.
Spirit Guardians. Have our main character run up and see if we've got a shot.
Well done. Now we've got to move. I know a safe place. Give me your map. Keep your torch high. If you step into the shadows, you'll be felled in a heartbeat.
All right, so that interaction basically tells us where the inn that they're hiding out is, and we'll say that, you know, hey, it's safe, really?
That's right. Protected by magic. Only spot in the region that's not been swallowed up by this damn curse. Light will save you here on the outskirts, but a few paces deeper you're screwed. If you want to catch your breath, the inn's the only place to do it. Hope to see you there. Harpers, move out!
And the Harpers are going to run off.
Best be on my way.
And we'll follow.
The darkness has consumed it. Better leave it be.
So here we find a cursed raven, and this bird will, when you interact with it, summon a whole slew of one hit point birds that do a pretty high damage, and it's a surprise attack. But because our whole party has the alert feat, we won't be surprised. We'll be able to act, and we'll be able to act as soon as the fight starts. So we'll be the first in initiative. We've got a whole bunch of arrows that target multiple things. We've got some other effects that allow us to attack large groups. So we're going to interact with it because it's a pretty good experience. Just know that there's a surprise attack that happens when you click on this. All right, so we'll hop to the main character first, and we'll take one of the arrows of many targets that we purchased, and we'll shoot at the closest raven here. And we'll do that again. And we've got another, but our main character is out of attacks. So we have Lizelle available. She's got crossbows, so we'll go to our arrows and grab another arrow of many targets. We'll choose the shoot option for Lizelle, and we'll shoot. And that is our Raven surprise attack. So 3 sets of 4 at 40 experience apiece. Not too bad. Alright, so before we head into the Last Light Inn, which is right up here, we're going to go pick up Karlach. And the reason we're going to do that is that we're going to do her personal quest when we get inside, but also there's some character interaction that's really fun for her in this area. So break the party apart. I'm going to grab the main character, head to camp, we'll recruit Karlach, and we'll replace Will.
To the curse. Help them.
That's right, because we left, the light spell on Lizelle terminated, but she should be close enough to Shadowheart here to not be affected. But it doesn't look like it's happening.
Long way to go still.
So given that, let's see if we've just got a torch. We do, so we will toggle the light source, and she'll be fine. We could have just equipped the ring on Lizelle, I suppose. All right, so selecting the main character, let's grab Karlach. She's over here.
These boots have seen everything. Maybe it'll bring us closer.
Do you feel that? I've never felt so cold, and that's me. This place will swallow us whole if we let it. Stick close to Mama Kay.
All right, so we're gonna.
Looks like your troops all trooped up. You'll need to send someone packing if you want me to join.
I'm gonna swap her out for Will.
Excellent. Let's go.
And then we'll take the leave camp option. And we'll cast light on Karlach. And exit turn base mode. Alright,
This
so
place is protected. Must be the refuge the Harpers spoke of.
we'll end this video here, and in the next one we'll enter the last light in. We'll see you guys there.